What's going on, everyone? I'm OPJellicent, and we're back here on Pokemon Showdown today for another live in the OU tier. We're going to be hitting up the ladder with this Mega Houndoom squad that I just put together. Pretty standard spread out here. We do have Sucker Punch for priority, since our physical attack is not the worst thing ever. We have Fire Blast, Dark Pulse, and Sludge Bomb. Pretty standard. Sludge Bomb hits fairies such as Tapu Fini. Then the best switch-ins to have Mega Houndoom in the tier are Spit F, Toxapex, Chansey, and Heatran. So I figured that this Flyinium Z Landorus-T set would work out really well to counter those mons. Basically, Fly Z for the Chansey, we SD up and OHKO that, and then EQ obviously hits Toxapex and Heatran really nicely, so that's kind of what we have going on there. And we have Life Orb, Kyurem-Black, another one of the really nice wall breakers on this team. Defog, Kartana, just because these two mons obviously don't appreciate hazards, and then a pretty standard Voltorb coin that I've grown to like it quite a bit, which is a Volt Switch Coco, and then we also have Volt Switch on the gear now, so it's not really Volt Turn, it's just two Volt Switch users today, but I think it can really work out. So as usual, if you guys are new, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. It would really help me out, and I've been posting quite a bit, pretty much daily at this point, so that's pretty cool. And as usual, the background will be down below in the description too, but we found this Como squad for our first game, which is pretty cool. I think I'm pretty high on the ladder. I'll check the ladder right now. If it wants to load, I can actually just slash ladder in chat right now. That'll probably work too. We are 1771 with these two wins were when I was testing, so that's pretty cool. Is that top 500? It's not top 500. One win will put us in top 500 right now, so that's pretty cool. And Scarf Kartana completely destroys this guy, so that's pretty nice. I'm just going to go ahead and lead off here with my Kyurem-Black, as he decides to lead off with the Excadrill, which is totally fine. I'm just going to go here into my Landorus, and then we are going to go ahead and he's going to Iron Head, which is totally fine, and I'm just going to go right here for the what I feel is the best play. I think SD is a fine play. I also think Earthquake's fine. I'm just going to get up my rocks as he decides to go right into his Zapdos, so we can't really touch this, so I'm just going to go Kyurem right now and just throw off an Ice Beam. He doesn't even have a good Ice Beam switch in, which is cool, really nice, especially since we are Life Orb. We should 2-hit KO the Mew, and he goes for the Hidden Power, and now we just nab one with Ice Beam. I'm pretty sure it was Sash lead Excadrill, so it should not be Scarf and try to outspeed us or anything like that. And we should be good to go. If he goes Excadrill, I'll probably double back out again, because it's not worth it. And we kept our rocks up, which is really nice, because he didn't decide to go for Defog, so that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get our kill right now. He pretty much has to decide what he wants to go down, since our Terra Volt will obviously go through the Mimikyu's disguise, which is good to keep in mind. He goes into the Mew. If this is offensive, it'll get 2-hit KO'd. It's not offensive, but we freeze it. That's some pretty tough luck for my opponent going right into this. It could have been Defog too. I don't want him Will-O-Wisping me. I'm just going to go here into my Houndoom and try to nab a kill right now. He goes for the Roost, but we got our Houndoom in safely, which is all I wanted. And now we pretty much just get to go for the Fire Blast, I think. Fire Blast is fine. Yeah, I'm just going to go for that. He should not stay in at all. If he stays in, that would be a misplay. I'm just going to go for the Fire Blast. His best vision is Como, but that will take damage too. And our Scarf, Kartana outspeeds in the back, so that's something to keep in mind. I'm just going to go hard Kartana if he goes Como, which is exactly what he does. So hopefully we hit this, so he's in range. Unfortunately, we miss our first Fire Blast, so it is what it is. What do I want to do now? I think Landorus is the best play, as he goes right here for the Drain Punch. And I'm actually just going to pull a double into my Kyurem on the Zapdos and just throw off another Ice Beam, because he does not have a switch in, now that the Mew decided to recover up. I mean, did not decide to recover up, I think. What did it do? Did it roost, or did it? It did roost, so it'll probably take this right now, I think. I'll just freeze it again. That would be funny. We actually do quite a bit to it. Do I want to risk this? Absolutely not. We're going to go back to Houndoom, as he just goes back out into this. And I'm just going to Dark Pulse, because I just want damage on the Como at this point. I don't want my... He saw that I went for Fire Blast last time. He does go into the Como, so we should have just gone for Dark Pulse last time too. He said that does a lot of damage, actually. And we do have Sucker Punch for a priority. Landorus is my best switch in as usual, as he goes right into this thing. And now I'm just going to throw off the Z-Fly, which he goes back to Zapdos. We'll see if this wants to knock it out or not. Ideally we knock him out, because we don't really touch this. We unfortunately come just a little bit short. So Kyurem's my best switch in, and now I'll go right here for the... What did he do with me last time? Went for the Roost again. So now I'm just going to make a double to Houndoom, as he decides to go into the Mew. I'm just going to throw off a Dark Pulse again. Pretty much just going back and forth right here. Unfortunately, we used our Flyinium Z, so we don't have that for the Venusaur right now. But we can go for a regular fly against the Venusaur if we really feel like it. Kyurem can also break through the Venusaur, which is something to keep in mind. And we'll see what he wants to do right here. He doesn't really have a good switch in. Venusaur will not appreciate the Dark Pulse. The reason I want to Fire Blast so badly is, first of all, he has no switch-ins, and second of all, I'm going to go for it. The Venusaur's Thick Fat is not activated yet, so if he switches that in, then we should be fine. Ideally, he just goes Como, and we actually hit it this time. So please hit. We missed one already, and we do hit this one. So cool, we do quite a bit, and that's actually in range of the next one, which I'm just going to risk. We do hit it again, so that's nice. We're going to knock that thing out. Out comes the Excadrill. I'm just going to go Landorus on that Earthquake, and now I'm just going to go right back out into Kyurem, and I'm just going to throw off an Ice Beam. Well, he's just going to go back to... I'm just going to throw off an Ice Beam right here, as we do go out a bit, and at this point I can just risk the roll right there, and we do get it and finally get rid of that me right there. So good stuff, and now I just go back out into Landorus right here on that Iron Head, and I'm actually just going to pull a double into Kartana, since he should be locked in. I don't see why he would not be locked in at this point. This won't take this Scarf. Just gonna go for Knockoff. Get our attack boost. It doesn't really matter because Venusaur is about to come out. I could just spam Knockoff, but it's not the best play by any means. I mean, it's an alright play, but I kind of want to save it for these last two. So I'm just going to go out here into my Landorus, see what he wants to do, and now I'm just going to go out into Kyurem and go right here for the Teravolt boosted Ice Beam, which will break through the Thick Fat right now. So he lets us get it off, and we do a big amount to that thing. We'll see what he wants to go for. That's not going to help you. We're going to knock you out next, and that's great. Unfortunately, it looks like we're a little bit weak to the Scarf Excadrill, but you won't knock us out either. I'm going to go for the Fusion Bolt right here and knock you out. Unfortunately, we don't actually knock you out. That kind of sucks. But you forfeit because we got that damage off, and he forgot that Fusion Bolt goes through the skies. It's interesting because well, I had the Sucker Punch in the back anyway, so it's whatever. And we're going to pick up a win, and that should put us in top 500. 1788, I believe. Let's go ahead and find another match while we're checking that. Should. Okay, we found this guy, and 1788. And here we are at number 438. We jumped a big amount. We got like 80 places, but that's fine. We can go ahead and ignore right here, start the timer, and get this one. So he's going to lead off with the Shuckle. I'm just going to lead off with this. He's going to have Mental Herb, obviously. Why wouldn't he? And what I'm going to do is Taunt, and then I'm going to go into something else. If he's not Mental Herb, then this is great. If he is, then it is what it is. Should be Mental Herb every time. But he'll get up Webs, and then I'll go Kartana and Defog, and that's how it's going to work out. Ideally no Mental Herb. He is Mental Herb, obviously, and goes for the Webs. Now I Volt Switch out. Actually, I need to Taunt again. What am I doing? We got a crit, actually, so never mind. He goes for the final Gambit, and whatever he comes out, I'm defogging on. Even if it's Bisharp. I'm 100% defogging on Bisharp. I don't care if you... He could just SD up. I'm defogging, I don't care. And now I'm just going to go... What do I not need? I'm just going to go Kyurem on the next SD, and we should take a +3 attack, I think. Earth Power's going to do more. We take this we don't take a +3 Sucker Punch, alright. What's the next best play? This won't live. Coco, do you want to live? Did I just choke this that fast? Coco might live. We'll see. Goes for that, and pretty much I just have to try to outplay it now. So I'm going to go out into Landorus, and I'm just going to first get up rocks. He knows I knock him out, so he might not even... Yeah, so he's going to do that. Now I'm going to SD. And now I'm going to fly. Because... Oh wow, that Sucker Punch actually goes through that. Alright. We just lost, I think. Yeah, I'm just going to click X on that one. Probably not the best play defogging, but I really needed to get rid of those webs to even have a chance in that match. So, really just tough matchup right there, and I think that should drop us out of the top 500. Elite Trainer Sean. Alright, let's go ahead and battle this guy. Hoop on Bounds are really scary. We don't have a good switch in. Even Magirno is good against that, I guess, but we'll go ahead and lead off here with our Kartana. Kartana's actually not the best lead by any means. I think Coco is a lot better. So he leads off with the Landorus. I'm just gonna go Kyurem on the Earthquake. That's Earth Plate, no matter what anybody says. I'm gonna go for the Fusion Bolt. It's actually Scarf. Okay, that's fine. Now that we know that, I'm just gonna go here into my own Landorus. I'm going to go for the... I'm gonna go for a Swords Dance. And then we're going to Supersonic Sky Strike this guy. He might double out into Megear, not expecting it. Landorus doesn't want to take this. He's actually faster than me, so it's offensive, and that crit, I doubt it mattered. Not a great start, but Houndooms are switching, and we can just go right here for the Fire Blast. Houndoom still does a ton of work, so maybe it can pull it back for us. We need to be wary of the Mega Gyarados though. It's probably regular Gyarados and Mega Charizard, actually. But this game's not over by any means, because our Houndoom completely destroys him. Actually, it might be over because we completely lose to Scarf Lando. I need to weaken Megearna. He actually stays in. I need to weaken Megearna and then go throws up the rocks and then sweep with Scarf Leaf Blade, basically, is what my game plan is. So we don't even have rocks up, which means Charizard's just that much of a threat. I'm gonna go for Dark Pulse now because it knocks him out. Him going Megearna would be a misplay. I need damage on both the Zard and the... He just lets me knocks it out. Now he's gonna go Landorus and click Earthquake, obviously. What do I not need? Megearna, do you do anything for me? Not really. We actually lived it. So now he's gonna knock me out. Now I go Kartana, and I just go right for the Scarf Leaf Blade. It's fine. I might just stay in. He goes hard Charizard. Who does that? Alright, Solar Power could be nice, actually. Solar Power Fire Blast, so I'm hoping he's Zardois. If it's Zardois, we probably actually just win with this. Goes for that. Okay, so not ideal, and I think that's just going to wrap it up right now. He actually goes for the Flarelet, so it might not be completely over. We need a Sacred Sword crit right now. Sacred Sword crit, maybe? We do crit it, which is cool. We're going to knock that thing out, but he's going to go Landorus now. Just get his Intimidate off and go ahead and knock us out, I think. Or he'll go Gyarados and not Mega Evolve. That's probably his other play. Just go Hoopa, man. That would be ideal. Or Megearna. He wants Megearna. This probably has HP Fire. Can we crit through this? No. And I'll give this kill to Houndoom right now, and then he'll knock us out. Wow, Houndoom doesn't even kill. Unfortunate. So he's going to knock me out right here, and that's going to be that one. So, unfortunate game. Unfortunately, I did not acknowledge Scarlet Landorus early enough, and it kind of just destroyed us. But that's alright. Probably should have kept my own Landorus around too, just for that, but we sacked it off by accident. I was really expecting defensive when I looked at the matchup, but that's totally alright. We'll go ahead and grab another game right now, and move on. But yeah, I really like the background. I know it's a regular Houndoom, it's not Mega back here, but it looks really nice with the regular Houndoom breathing the fire out here. And the positioning on the background looks really nice too. But I find this match against Hatch, I guess that's supposed to be flipped around, but let's go ahead and Kyurem completely blows him back. We are max speed naive, so that's good. Last guy led off with Landorus, and I don't want him doing the same because that just completely blew us back last time. I'm going to lead off here with my Kyurem, and ideally he just doesn't lead Lopunny. Probably should though. I'm going to lead Kartana actually, just because he doesn't have the best answers. I mean, Bulu switches into Kartana? Not really, because Grassy Terrain and Leaf Blades do quite a bit. This is kind of hard. I'm going to lead off here with my Kyurem, and then we're just going to see where it goes. If he leads off with a Lopunny, it's going to be a 50-50 as to whether he fakes out or high jump kicks right away. I'll probably go hard Landorus at that point, and then SD up. Actually, SD Landorus completely destroys him. And if I can use Landorus to get rid of the Toxapex as we planned, and the Heatran, then that'll be great. He does lead off with the Lopunny. I mean, yeah, sure. I'm going to go here into my Kartana on the high jump. Have you ever seen somebody play that bad and just to get that rewarded? I mean, it's fine. Like, who goes Kartana? I mean, I'm just gonna Sacred Sword. I feel bad. Like, I just made the worst play ever. I just went Kartana on when I should have gone Landorus. But he missed anyway, so like, had I gone Landorus, I mean, yeah. But I'm curious to see if that even killed. Because if it didn't, it wasn't actually that bad of a play. Kartana has a good defense, but Mega Lopunny is really strong. Mega Lopunny's high jump kick. Oh, wow. Oh, alright. And now we're just going to go here for the Sacred Sword on the Toxapex. That I don't mind at all. Just go. He's gonna Scald. We'll just go Megearna. Then we'll on the T-Spike. I'm just gonna Volt Switch out here and get rid of that right now. Actually, I can probably go Landorus on the Scald. This guy's making some try-hard plays since we just blew him back. He's gonna go Landorus here for sure. I'm just gonna SD up. If he stays in, then kudos to you. Is it even worth it? I'm just gonna go for Earthquake. If I get rid of this thing, then Houndoom just spams Dark Pulse. So I should have made the other play. That's fine. I'm gonna SD up now, as he goes for the rocks, and now I'm going to fire off this nice Z move and nab myself a kill. Ideally on this, because then Scarf Kartana would go kind of do late work with Leaf Blade. I mean, obviously Heatran's still right there, but ideally we just knock this thing out right now, and that's great. +1 Supersonic Sky Strike should be able to do the job, and my Kartana doesn't care about these hazards anyway. We can just defog later on like the Toxapex or Bulu or something like that. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now, and Kyurem can do a ton of work too. We have Earth Power for the Heatran, and once I get rid of the Heatran, our Mega Houndoom's going to do a ton of work. So ideally, that's just what happens right now. Stay in, man. Lose your Landorus so that my Koko just gets free Thunderbolts the entire match. Scarf Lele could be a thing. I don't want to overlook that. I definitely need to keep my Magearna healthy for that too, because Magearna is the only thing that's preventing me from getting swept by Scarf Psychic. Well, Scarf Kartana probably kills it back, but it gets a kill every time it comes in if it clicks Moonblast. So we definitely get a kill right here. I think we even do over 50 to the Tran. So Landorus-Therian Flyinium Z against the Heatran. Let's just say it's Spef. Earthquake does that much. +1 Z Fly does 62 to 74, so we do a lot, but he actually just decides to stand. Did that crit matter? Alright, Landorus-T. Defensive. It actually did. Well, no, is that +1? No, it's not +1 because of the Intimidate. It did not matter at all, so that's what it is too. Unless he was max defense, which is not even a set. 252, and then let's just put some nature on there. Nope, it didn't matter every time, so that's fine. Even if he was max HP, max defense, plus defense nature, we would have knocked him out. And now he has to make a decision. He'll probably go Lele or Lopunny. Those would be the two switches I would make. And if he goes Lopunny, I'm just gonna... Well, no, I still need this thing for the Heatran and the Toxapex, so it's not worth staying in at all. If he goes Lele, I'll sack my... Sorry, if he goes Lopunny, then I'll just... Okay, Yuna's not the play, Houndoom's not the play, Kyurem's not the play, Koko's not the play, Kartana's not the play. Alright, so I have to sack an important mon right here, pretty much. It's not going to be Kartana. I think Koko is probably the mon to sack. Because it doesn't even outspeed this, so we'll go Koko right now. He might even switch out because fearing a Choice Scarf or something. Goes for the return. We are going to fall right there, which is totally fine because now I just go... Now I just go Kartana. And I'm just going to defog all this away, I think. Yeah, I don't want these hazards here. He's going to go Toxapex anyway, so like, what else would I do? And we have Electric Terrain boosted Fusion Bolts right now. So get rid of that. Now I go Kyurem-Black on the T-Spike, and who wants to take this? Show me. You know what I should do? I should try to get up for rocks. Toxapex will probably drop in 1, to be honest. I mean, we're not very attack invested, but Kyurem-Black has a 170 special attack, so we should be taking a kill right now, I would think. This will not want to... Well, we're not going to get that, obviously, but now I'm curious to see what he wants to do now. He'll probably go Tran, I guess. I'm going to go for Ice Beam, no matter what. Because we still have our Kartana to defog this T-Spike away later. Ideally, this was Heatran, and then let's see if he gets off damage from a Kartana. We still have our Landorus to kill both the... Well, he doesn't have any Earthquake switches anymore that also want to take a fly. So that's good. Basically, if he brings out Blue on my Landorus, so I Earthquake it as it switches in, and then I go for a fly as he misses his attack. He goes hard Heatran, which is, you know, fine. And now I go for the Earth Power. He goes back to Toxapex. I'm curious to see how much this takes. It takes a lot. But he gets both the recoveries back, which kind of sucks. I'm just going to go for the Fusion Bolt now. And just go with that. Fusion Bolt? What does more? Fusion Bolt or Earth Power? Because that did a lot. We're going to test it. I'm not going to bother calcing. Because Fusion Bolt does more to the Lele anyway, if he wants to make a bad play and bring that in. Fusion Bolt will probably like do 60 something to the Lele, I would imagine. He goes hard Bulu, so he's just trying to stall out Life Orb turns. If I was a Roost, this would be ideal. That's not a switch in, and my Magearna just comes in every time anyway, so that's fine. I mean, it could be Spec Psyshock, that would probably do a ton to my Magearna, despite our max HP. So, kind of scary, I guess. Definitely, for sure. He doubles out into Heatran. No way I'm staying on right here. I'm just going to go here into my... We don't have the greatest fire switch in right now. I mean, this gets Flash Fire. No way I'm staying in at all. Honestly, I'm just going to go Houndoom. Because he gives me the Flash Fire, so cool. Now I'm just going to Mega Evolve in Dark Pulse, because he doesn't have a switch in. Lopunny cannot fake me out, he just stays in, so we'll see how much this does. Not a lot. That'll probably knock me out with Poison. It actually doesn't, so that's fine. I'm going to go for Dark Pulse again. He should just stay in. He might not though, because... Yeah, I mean, he should just go Toxapex. He does go Toxapex, so perfectly fine. Now I get in my Landorus for free. And honestly, at this point, I'm just going to throw out these rocks. I'm sick of him switching around so much. He goes Bulu, which is totally fine. I'm just going to throw off I'm just going to fly right here. And he doesn't have a good fly switch in for after. He might just double out expecting it. He does go into this. Now I'm forced to fly, and he's going to knock me out. So this kind of sucks. I mean, I don't think our Earthquake was weakened by the terrain anyway. He actually goes for the Toxic and misses. This guy's luck is just, I don't know. Now I go for Earthquake. Just nab a kill. Goes hard Bulu, and I'm just gonna SD up. He knocks me out with the Horn Leech, which is totally fine. Because now I just go Kyurem. And actually, Lopunny is kind of scary, but I need damage on this for my Cortana, and then I win with it. So he's not going to stay in here, he's going to switch out, but Fusion Bolt's my play anyway. No, I need to hope for his choke at this point, I think, to sweep with Cortana. Because if he lets this thing go down, I just click Leaf Blade 5 times and win. It's that simple. Or 4 times after this thing goes down. I wonder how much I do without, because if I get a boost, then we probably knock it out, plus with the Grassy Terrain up. And Toxapex definitely doesn't want to take these. He actually just lets it go down, so I think my Cortana's going to end up winning this at the end. Because yeah, sure, he can go out into this, and I'm just going to sack off this Mon right now, but watch him miss the next high jump kick. That would be kind of comical. Fusion Bolt's the better play, I don't know why I'm not doing that. Because it hits, if he wants to choke and go out into something else, I'll just knock it out. And there's something else, I mean the Toxapex. I could even go for Earth Power here, because yeah, Earth Power hits everything too. Earth Power actually better, because we do more to the Toxapex, I think, and we definitely OHKO Heatran, and can knock out Heatran. Heatran's at 57. I was not aware of that. Anyway, I'm going to go out into this Mon now, and we're just going to throw off a nice Leaf Blade right now. Yeah, we're going to Sacred Sword. If he goes hard Toxapex, that'll kind of suck. Now, you know what, we can just go Magearna after. I think I need to crit through the Heatran with the Leaf Blade. I didn't realize it was still so healthy. Because I thought it was like at 20 or something. What damage did we get off on it anyway? He goes hard into the Toxapex, so have to switch out here, obviously. What did he click? Scald? And now I go for the Volt Switch. We actually outspeed him. He goes for the Recover. I'm just gonna go for Leaf Blade crits. So he goes for the Recover again. You know what would be nice? My Terrain. He's gonna Scald Burn me, so let's get out of there. Unfortunate game right there, and we're not doing so well. I think we're what, 2 and 3? 2 and 2, something like that. 1 and 3 maybe. But that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and get this battle right now and move on. Gastrodon's the one thing stopping our Houndoom this time, so +2 Sky Strike will knock that out. But he's gonna go Celesteal every time. That's the better play. Scarf Leaf Blade. Ooh. Kind of does a lot of work. What I'm gonna do here is lead off with my Coco. And then we're going to double out on the Gastrodon switch, assuming he does not lead off with it, which he shouldn't. He should lead something like Latias or Clefable to get up rocks, maybe. Yeah, so there's the Clefable lead. And honestly, I'm not gonna predict so early. I'm just gonna go for the taunt to prevent this thing from getting any recovery. And now he's gonna throw off a Scald for sure. So I'm gonna go Magearna on that Scald, and now we're going to. He doesn't want me shift gearing up, that's for sure. We're gonna Volt Switch out. It actually just stays in Earthquakes. So now I'm gonna go. That's not a good play. I'm gonna Flare Cannon. So we do a good amount. He actually did go for the Scald right there, so good. Now I'm gonna go Kartana on the Toxic, and now we're going to. What fight move are we? We're not even Z. I'm gonna go for the knockoff. Knock off whatever item the Celesteela has, probably leftovers. Yep. So no recovery for this thing. Now I'm gonna go hard Houndoom on a Leech Seed, and now I'm gonna pull the double into Coco on a Gastrodon. Okay. Went for the Scald. Good play, but he didn't get rewarded for it with the burn. I'm gonna go for the Leaf Blade now. Lead us quite a bit. Now I'm just gonna go Landorus on the Leech Seed. Throw up these rocks now. This is totally fine. I do have to keep my Magearna healthy for the. Well, my Magearna is already not healthy. Never mind. The only thing that can sweep me is potentially Scarf Sacred Sword from the Kartana. So with all that in mind, I don't really mind anything else. You know what I'm gonna do here? I'm gonna go hard Kartana on the Leech Seed, and now we're going to go. He's gonna double Leech Seed for sure. He went for the Flamethrower, and he gets crits me. That really sucks. And now we're gonna go back to Kartana on that. What's this guy doing? There was no reason to protect right there. You're just wasting your power points. Thanks for the Flash Fire. Alright, so now he's gonna go into the Gastrodon or that. He just risked it. I'm still gonna do it. I don't care. Still gonna go for Dark Pulse. And I'm gonna Fire Blast. We're gonna go off his Choke right now. Yeah, he does go out to the Gastrodon. And we miss, because why would we hit? Now, I went for Scald last time. We're gonna go Magearna on the Earthquake. And then we're gonna bring in our Kyurem. And finally, I think we can make something happen with Kyurem right here. With this Life Orb Ice Beam. This should get to it KO'd. Because it should be defensive, yep. So we just click that again. No, I am not clicking Ice Beam. This will get to it KO'd too. Never mind, he's a really Spit F. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go for the Spit F drop. We have a 10% chance, and what can he really do back to me? Well, I guess that's something. Ice Beam right here, and maybe, well, we get a crit, but it's not enough. Come on, can he get some luck? Okay, so we went for what? 6 attacks and nothing could happen. That's fine. Gastrodon's really annoying for this team. I'm just gonna double to Coco on the Celesteela. Now I'm gonna double to Landorus on the Thismon, and now I'm going to SD up on the Elite Seed. Now I'm going to Supersonic Sky Strike on a Protect. I really didn't expect the Protect right there. We're gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna try to get one more win with this team. I just want one more win before we end it off. That would be really nice. I'll probably adjust it and maybe bring Houndoom back. I mean, all these bulky offense teams are really just messing with this one. That's really all that's stopping us. If this team does really well against more offensive builds, so it's kind of what I had in mind going. Like, this is a team, but this team I do well against. Yeah, we can probably win this one. So, especially since he's completely destroyed by Scarf Kartana. I want Lorax up early. I don't even care if my Landorus dies. Because, well, he's going to lead off with the DNC, right? Yeah. He leads off with his Kyurem-Black. He might just stay in. I'm just going to Flare Cannon. I don't really care what he does. He doesn't even have a good play. A Sub-Zero Slammer will do half, but that's a fine play. Now we start Iron Heading. Ideally, we outspeed. Not sure how much speed he's running. It's probably a speed tie if I had to guess, unless he put the 4, which I didn't bother to do. So he goes for the iron. So we're going to start weakening this thing right now, which I am totally down to do. I'm just going to go for the Iron Head again. He's going to go Landorus, but like we get damage off on that too. And now I'm just going to go out into my own Landorus. No way I'm risking this. I need this thing for my... I just want rocks up, basically. I need this thing for the Deontay. So now we get rocks up before the Deontay Mega evolves, which is great. He goes hard to Kyurem-Black. So now, what's my play? I'm just going to stay on an Earthquake. You should not Ice Beam here. You should go for Fusion Bolt or Earth Power, predicting my Magearna. And even if he doesn't, like, what's the big deal? I'll just go out into something else after. So he knocks me out, but now I just go out into my... I just got into my Houndoom and just throw off the... What I feel is the best thing to hit everything. Dark Pulse is nice. Fire Blast is also probably the best play. So we do get a good amount of damage on that. He's going to probably knock me out with Sub-Zero Slammer. We lived it, which is great. Now I'm just going to go for Dark Pulse. I don't want to risk this miss. I mean, Fire Blast hits everything. I'm just going to go for Dark Pulse in case he wants to choke and go out into something that doesn't want to take the hit. That being Lottie. Because if he has Scarf Lottie, he might make that play right now. Just trying to get momentum. But in my opinion, staying in there was a bad play. He probably expected the Sub-Zero Slammer to kill, and it probably could have killed. I mean, it's probably a roll. Kyurem-Black's super strong. Would have knocked out the Kyurem right there, so that's really great for us. I traded my Lando for his Kyurem. My Lando didn't even do that much anyway, so that's fine. He's going to go Coco here to knock me out. And I don't mind that at all. I'm just going to go here for the Fire Blast in case he doesn't want to. And we'll see what play he wants to make right now. Probably Lottie. Tough call right now. He does go out into the Latios, so now I'm just going to go Magearna. And go right here for the Iron Head, I think. Just trying to get more damage off on his Magearna so that I can sweep with my Scarf. If that's Scarf Coco, that would kind of suck. Because then my Scarf Mon isn't winning. This is fine. He's going to go for Earthquake. Yeah, Kyurem's my switch in. It's the only thing that takes the Earthquake, and we'll see if he's Scarf. Ideally he is, and he just stays in after. But what hits everything? Ice Beam hits everything. Maybe he'll choke and just stay in like I did. I mean, mine wasn't really a choke because I didn't need that Mon, but he kind of needed his... I mean, he needs his Landorus right now, so... Curious to see what play he decides to make. He goes hard DNC. That's a pretty try-hard play. Alright. So this is fine because now I just go for the Ice Beam. There's no point in switching out because obviously I don't switch into Stealth Rocks again. So now I go for the Leaf Blade, and we're going to try to win the game with this. Magearna's still super healthy. What? Alright. So if Magearna comes out, which it obviously is going to, I'm going to have to go for the Leaf Blade here and hope he goes for the Volt Switch. But he went for the Hidden Power, so that's fine. We can still win with this Mon right here. It's just going to be a lot harder. And if that's Scarf Landorus, then I don't think we can win, but that's fine. It doesn't look like it would be Scarf. If he goes hard Landorus right now, we'll find out. But if it's Scarf Lottie, he'll probably got it to that. Scarf Coco, maybe? Could be a thing. Judging from the fact that he hasn't gone Landorus yet, just to click Earthquake, it's probably not Scarf. So Volt Switch is the play right here. As I go Magearna, he's going to throw off a Volt Switch of his own, as he should. And probably go out into his Landorus now. So that is exactly what he does. So I just stand here and let this thing die. Then I go Coco. I go for the Hidden Power. He should not switch out here for any reason, because this thing just dies after. So yeah, he lets it not get knocked out, and either way, this is going to be a close game no matter who wins, so pretty excited about that. He's probably going to win with the Lottie. I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt, knock that thing out. And then, do I go for 2 HP Ices on the Lottie, or what's the best play? Because if 2 HP Ices knocks him out, we can probably win, but we probably die to us. We can probably Scarf Lati. So offensive pivot against Latios. Soy Scarf. HPS is a roll for 2, so I'm gonna go for the first one right here, as he just crits Psyshock and knocks me out. So had he not, I mean, he would have won because he's Scarf obviously, but had we gone, the best play right there was Thunderbolt and then tried to go for the Para, but as you saw, the team can do well. We just have to make more offensive plays. It is a very offensive team, but that's unfortunately going to probably put us back in the 1600s. Actually 1700 on the dot, so not the best live, but it's totally alright. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Later.